Hey guys, Lona Leugers here, Leugers Real Estate Advisors, Jones & Co. Realty. Today I am here with
Angela Petrick with Fidelity National Title.
And we are at Fox News 92.5. We're super excited to shoot our weekly radio show. Today we're going to be talking about all things title, closings, title insurance. We're really going to dig into Angela's knowledge and expertise on that subject and hopefully answer a lot of our listeners' questions.
So Angela, let's start off by talking about settlement or closing. This is obviously a popular subject. Everybody loves to talk about, or everybody loves to get to the closing table, right? And since we live in such a unique area, a unique area where the real estate market is where we serve customers from all around the world. Tell our listeners what closing actually means.
We use the term closing pretty much, or settlement. And closing is basically the day that we transfer title. So it's the day that the new owners become owners, the sellers, hopefully get lots of money, and the buyers become broke. So it just depends on the situation. But for Florida, we are a title company state, meaning we don't need attorneys to do our closings either. So that's a lot. We get a lot of questions from Northerners because a lot of those states up north have attorneys, and it's required that an attorney close your transaction. So here in Florida, it's a little different. We don't need attorneys, so we save a lot of money that way.
And they usually have lawyers on both sides, right?
Yes.
The buyer will have a lawyer, the seller will have a lawyer.
Right, so typically settlement fees and closing fees are doubled. So.
But generally, isn't at every title company they have a go-to attorney though, right?
We have an underwriting attorney, yes. Okay. So we do have someone that we could talk to if a situation comes up that is complicated or we just need some advice. Yeah, every title company has one.
Awesome.
Perfect. So where do closings typically take place?
Closings typically take place in our office, but we are mobile, so we can go I've gone to hospitals for closings. I've gone to a jail for closings.
Oh, wow.
A jail for closings?
Yeah. So, people got to sell.
Just curious, was it a murder?
I have no idea.
Don't even know?
No clue, but it was interesting.
Yeah.
So we can do closings pretty much anywhere. Mail-away closings are possible as well. So if you have a seller who's living out of state, because Fidelity is so large, we usually have an office that's within their range of driving. If not, we set one up with a mobile notary. So that's possible too.
Yeah, I'd say that about 90% of our closings, because we are in a second home market. So most of the time, when it gets to closing, buyer or seller or both are living out of state somewhere else. So a lot of our closings are done by mail.
Yes. Yeah, I've seen it a lot lately, especially lately that we have a lot of snowbirds selling. So a lot of the time they don't come for closing.
So you just mail the packages off to them?
Yeah, we work with the lender. We make sure that the lender is aware that the seller or buyer is not going to be present for closing. When it's a buyer, it's actually a little bit more tricky because we have to work with the lender as well because they need to get us our documents in advance. But with the sellers, normally we call them right off the bat when we get the contract and we ask them if they're going to be here. So we know right away. If they're not going to be, then we set it all up. We send them the documents ahead of time. So by the time we have those documents back, we want those documents back in our office at closing or on the day of closing.
We all hope that closing can be a happy time, but the reality of it is that closing can be a really stressful time for many people. So how do you guys help buyers and sellers feel at ease?
Communication is really the number one thing that we stress. So we want to be able to communicate at all times. We call them and we set up expectations with the sellers and buyers. This is what's going on. This is our process. If you don't hear from us, it's probably a good thing. So just making sure that they understand our processes as a title company and what we have to do for them. And just giving them kind of like a timeline. I think that helps ease a lot of their mind. We usually call them when the title commitment comes back, and the commitment is basically a list of requirements that we have to fulfill in order to be able to transfer a clear title. So once that comes back, we'll usually give them a call and be like, hey, don't worry, everything's clear on your title, there's no issues. We may need to order a payoff or something along those lines. But other than that, and then we let them know when closing is scheduled. And then on the buyer side, it's more of, making sure we're kind of the middleman between them and their lender and the surveyors and all the people involved. So we try to get back with them and give them a timeline as well on that.
So Angela, what did you think about the radio show?
It was a lot of fun. I thought I'd be way more nervous, but it ended up being lots of fun, lots of good conversation. I really enjoy educating the public about what we do, about closings, title insurance, what it is, the mystery of title insurance. So it was fun.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun. I enjoy it too. So guys, if you are thinking about buying, selling, or building real estate in Southwest Florida, give us a call, shoot us a text or an email. Our information is at the bottom of the screen along with Angela's information. If you have any questions as it directly relates to title for Angela, please reach out to her as well.
Yeah.
Lona Leugers, thanks for watching.